What's the genre of that? That's pretty nice nonetheless, but modern? Gotcha. All right, well, give me one moment. We're going to start the round here. So, mission breakdown here. This mission was made by Kevin. Background here is China's PLA pushes into the foothills of East Tanya City, Taiwan. Okay, it's a Taiwan invasion. FNF platoon is tasked with clearing out enemy strong points in its sector in support of the company attacks. Note, the Chinese are wearing short sleeves, the Taiwanese are wearing long sleeves. Okay. So there's 3 caches to destroy. Looking on the map here, we see that Op 4 is attacking, Blue 4 is defending. Let's go ahead and have a look at our defenders
20 months.
first.
As someone in cybersec, you'll probably appreciate that my cousin who had a 28-character bunnies just got hacked via social engineering.
Alright, 2 reasons I'm laughing. Number 1, it censored ass in password with bunnies. And number 2, the social engineering part. Oh my god, I love... Well, I don't do it anymore because I don't have that many social interactions face-to-face, but I used to love, in high school, social engineering, hacking people's passwords, because I was a bit of a creep back then. But anyway, social engineering, just getting to know someone, being a gregarious person, you'd be surprised where that gets you, not just with hacking people's passwords, but in life. Very eye-opening, and I can give anyone a few lessons on that. Just be a gregarious person. It opens so many doors. Nonetheless, Flavit, thanks for the 20-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Anyway, Op 4 are going to be our 1980s Chinese PLA kits. Their loadouts are going to be SKSs.
Now.
What the hell
Hey,
type of
Liru,
mag
how
is
has the day
that?
been?
Is that an AK? What? Is that a fucking... Hold on. Oh, I want to see someone with that gun. That's an AK mag in an SKS. Okay, God, I've never seen that level of abomination before, but sure. An SKSD. Lovely. They either get that or an AKS, a PM handgun. Support weapons are going to both be PKM, so it doesn't really matter there. Recon doesn't matter because they got scrubbed. Light anti-tank is going to be the RPG-26. I'm just verifying. I don't see your X-ray. All right, cool. And then crew and aviation get a choice of a PPSH or an AKS. Interesting. James, thanks for the 20-month resub. I am doing A-okay. I hope you all keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Grounder saying it's a magic comes back kind of premise. All right. Oh, man, I've got... That's one of my favorite things, though, but okay. Because Fuck, all right, I can't get into it now. I'm going to get too excited. Also, it's smutty, but regardless. Let's go ahead and look at Op 4's assets here. They only have a 6 or 8% numbers advantage. If you look at the mission command, I wrote the exact one, but they don't have any assets. This is just infantry on infantry here. So looking over, we have Chult commanding the platoon. Drake is going to be leading Alpha. Jamani is going to be the squad medic. Anderson leading Alpha 1 with Maz. Give me your Malk, Millers, Patriot, and Ghoster under him. Ghoster is on the multi, by the way. Bridges leading Alpha 2 with Fist Sub, Arcor, Cosmonaut, Warwick, and Nutty Person. Miguel leading Bravo 1. I don't see a Bravo lead here, so it looks like it's just going to be a team. So Miguel leading Layden, Mogo, Jose, Meme, Norval, and Luca. And then we have Elusive Man leading Charlie HQ with Pemex as the squad medic, with Hilly leading Charlie 1 with Hawkward, Denzen, Pax, and Aimed Galaxy. Charlie 2 being led by Tocqueville with For Glory, Zesty, Stamps, Bellis, Sprite, and Turtle Cats under him. Lurch leading Delta. Delta 1 will be led by Morgan with Boys, Stretch, and Sam Hanwich under him. Montgomery leading Delta 2 with Depso, Solon, Tymek, Carlson, and Norris under him as well.
Now.
All right. And Ghost Wolf gifting out a sub. It went to Doug. Thank you so much to the both of you. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this Friday Night Fights branch. Uniforms for Blue 4 are going to be Taiwanese kits made by Maz. Interesting. Loadouts are going to be M14s and Colt carbines, with 1911s as the handguns, 249s and M60s as the support weapons, M72 Law for the second one. TeamSpeak issue should be resolved. Save start extended, which they just extended it past. Okay. I bet it's because they borked the TFAR channel or something, but I'm out of the TFAR channel right now anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me, but they just extended this. It's going to be a long freaking safe start. Good God. Otherwise, Crew and Aviation get a choice of an MP5 or a Colt carbine. All right. Nothing on crew served weapons and no assets. Otherwise, looking over at Blue 4 here, we have Fresno commanding, and Mountain as the 2IC. Okay, I've never seen this guy command before, so this could go anywhere. That's quite interesting. Wise leading Alpha 1. Looks like there is no Alpha SL. Okay, it's Steve. Steve! He's back, guys. He's ready to kick ass. Look at him happily wiggling right there. Awesome. All right, Alpha 1 under Steve is going to be led by Wise with Hunavar, Arakiru, Kabubi Face, Legs, and Banks under him. Mizuki leading Alpha 2 with Cletus, Primal, Good Time Saddam, Wayne, Artisan, and Absorbed. We're skipping Bravo and going right to Charlie 1. There's no Charlie SL, so it's Lolo leading Olaf, Sam, Mutant, Seismo, Vagrant, and Shy. Or Shy might be the SL jumping into the squad, which only one team. I don't see a okay, no. Pierce is leading Delta because he would be Delta HQ, but because he merged with Delta 2, he's on the bottom of the roster. So he's leading Delta. Delta 1 being led by Fish with Mittens, Krivel, Bart, Mike, Chow, and Bayant. Delta 2 being led by Kevin, Waldo, Colin, or Kevin is leading, excuse me, Waldo, Colin, Fred, Fez, and Puma. Now, again, a lot of names that we're not going to be seeing often anymore because of how they've done the branch. So the hardcore players to look at right now are as follows. Bayant, for obvious reasons, he's always been my top choice for Friday Night Fights PvP. He showed that during the early game branch, not the EU branch anymore. I would also keep an eye on the ground right now. I'd also keep an eye on Maz because he pulls some crazy shit. And I saw Norris, but he's playing medic. If you see Norris play machine guns, then he also can pull some crazy things out of his ass. And naturally, I know the fan favorite Steve is also one you guys like to watch. So keep an eye out for Steve. Steve is going to absolutely annihilate this mission, and we'll just have to see how that goes. I'm just worried someone chooses a PKM over a PKM. Here's the deal, BJ. I don't actually talk about the choice between the PKM and the PKM because this isn't a choice. This is just showing what people have to choose. When you're crew in aviation, you get a choice of these two guns, but the light machine gun and the medium machine gun are divided. I think Alpha and Charlie have light machine guns, and Bravo and Delta have medium machine guns because they're the ones meant to be the weapon squads. So that's what they're dividing things for there. So they don't actually get a choice. It looks like they get a choice, but they don't. Otherwise, you'd see every Blue 4 guy go with a 249 on offense or a 240 Bravo or Golf if they were on defense. Anyway, AO's here for these 3 caches. You have this one right here tucked away. You got another one right here also put partially away, and the third one over here. I think this is just Yellowstone naturally in the middle of the map. I don't think there's any terrain deformation, but if there is, then it's done really, really well and really smooth, so I wouldn't be able to tell you otherwise. But this is going to be just a ground fight here, and we have 8 minutes to kill. Whew. Noah, thank you so much for the 31-month resub as well. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. All right, let's see. What were some other things I was going to go over? Grounders. It'll be quite a while before it's done, so don't worry. Yeah. No, one of the best... I'm going to pretend I don't say the letter E here, but ERPs I wrote was something on the similar premises. It literally lasted 2 months across 5 people. It turned into like a little mini D&D campaign. This was done back in, 2016? It was before the channel started. It was 2015 to 2016, and that was a beautiful one. Again, writing is my own escapism, so... Whew. Is this story I walked into? Don't worry about it. To his deaf wife. No, Steve has a wonderful life, a wonderful wife, and everything in between. Yours is just a novel? That's fair. Hey, man. That type of stuff can get really, really cool and really, really dark, and there's not a lot of good writing about it personally, but, you know, anything goes. All right, guys. Well, the round has been extended. I'm going to turn my fan on real quick. And I think my hydrate's still on, so... Speaking of freezing, though, I don't know if Fresno... I mean, he's got Mountain under him as 2IC to kind of guide him here, but, I mean, on a defensive sector... It's not too hard to maintain control. Op4, the hardest thing they can do with their infantry is just have units advance through the valleys. And then supporting elements Overwatch from the ridges. Blue 4 just needs to capitalize on the open areas proper, but that's going to be at the squad level at that point. For Platoon, all he needs to do is just tell his guys where to set up their defensive lines, where to move on beyond that, and where to make their defensive lines with their fortification tools. So we'll have to see how all that goes. Doing my little hydrate there for Zin. Is mine written on Amazon? No. I don't publish my stuff. If you want to DM me, I can tell you how it works, but I don't think I, how the whole damn thing works. It's very inappropriate, but whatever. I got a little tipsy and I explained part of the stuff, so don't worry about it. But no, I'm trying to just be more open about everything I do anyway, because, I mean, what can happen? Nothing really negative. But yeah, the Zeus also does a lot of creative work on the side. My brother, though, he writes it, and he gets paid for it, commission-based, and there's always a bunch of furries that ask him for his stuff, so I guess it runs in the family. Ah, man. Alright. I mean, just, there's not really anything else to go on for this scenario setup, just because it's just so basic. You know, it's literally just going to be an infantry charge. It's going to be about 5 minutes of maneuvering. I don't expect to see anything grandiose, because there's no reason for Op4 to, like, you know, run over to the edge of the map, run all the way up here, and then just take everything line to line, because the elevation points don't really merit any of that. Furthermore, there's a great divide right here that would kind of stop them from doing that, because this is all open hillside. So I literally just expect Op4 to probably do something like this. Just take it objective at a time, and then assault it from where you can walk up with the forests here and walk with some cover on your rear as you slowly go uphill. Like, there's not really... I am partially, if not fully, expecting a bonsai charge here with maybe a little more tactics, because the whole point of them making the NA branch the late-night private branch was so we would see better tactics. So let's see how it goes. I just am worried how that translates, because some Milsim tactics I've seen are really silly. But we'll see how things go. What has my brother written so he can avoid it? Again, I think it's private commission based, but he is writing a few books, though. It's just he drags his feet on them. And my parents want to kill her, but I digress. James, refresh your page. The prediction's up, but there's still like 2 minutes, so go for it. Totally doesn't drag feet. Yeah, I know. Totally. Oh my god, they extended... Yeah, so it's still a 5-minute wait time. Writer's block sucks. I've had writer's block in the past, and the only way I can really get around it is if I start writing a different story that's completely random. And I just fine-tune that, and then when that gets hit with writer's block, I can just return to what I was thinking of, and then go fine with it. But it's rare when I'm in a mood to write such grandiose stuff compared to my norm. It's been coming back recently, though, but that's because of some personal things. Fanfics also work to break blocks, especially. And for those of you that have no interest in what I'm talking about, that's totally fine. We're just waiting for them to start the damn round at this point. Because I really, with all the people they've brought in and all the people they kept for this branch, it's a lot of names that I don't really give a lot of attention. Like, Vagrant, in this sense, he's a great commander. I don't really watch how he plays at the infantry level. Lolo, great sniper. Don't really pay attention how he does at the infantry level, because the only reason I pay attention to certain people is because they consistently do certain things. So now that the player count has pretty much been completely changed up, because now it's an invite-only system, I have no idea how these people are going to interact with, which is why I was also saying, you know, Norris doesn't have the machine gun, so I don't think there's going to be anything exemplary here. So it's up to us to just watch and see what happens at this point, and I'm hoping it'll be interesting, you know? Nicholas saying he's going to start writing the updates and booted up a PC. I've touched in 3 months. Nice. I mean, the parts to build my latest PC have, you know, those sat in a box for 3 months, admittedly, and Bloodwing kept, like, yelling at me to finally build it. And then a friend of mine finally... Well, no. I didn't... She didn't convince me. I, used leverage to convince myself. That's a long story. Yikes, early prediction. Dreadnought, the only reason it was an early prediction was because they pushed back the save start time. They should have started by now because you see the 50-minute mark, but they added another few minutes because they were having an issue with the TFAR channel. That is 2IC crashing out. Okay, so it's just going to be up to Fresno. Scandy is not on tonight. Cake Gear, are you the same Cake Gear from Pepega? I don't think Scandy or Pepega got invited. I know Falcon got shown the finger and, like, kicked out. But again, this is all invite only, which is annoying. Yep. Scandy's not on. And I'd imagine Pepega didn't get invited either, which is what I've been saying in my chat. They did? Okay, well, they didn't show up, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why they would. Because it's super late for them, and all the people that they enjoy sparring with, like Pepega, aren't on. Everyone loves drama. How did the PC handle Daisy? It handled it fine. I mean, these are all new parts anyway, so. Liru channeling me took me 2 weeks to replace my dying power supply. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that, Overlord. But anyway, I do want to read Flavitt's comment. Pet peeve in writing is when the writers spend thousands of words on one in-universe day when it could just been summed up with phrases. Yes, okay, that's why investment of characters is so important and focus on specific details is super important, but this is all from the eyes of someone that does erotic roleplay, not actual world building, unless I need to for the plot. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Skip over the brevities. Focus on the core topic. Man. Scored an AMD 69,000, Merc 3 at 19 black, under 700. That's nice. I'm gonna lie to you and tell you I exactly know what that is, and I'm proud of you because I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that is either a graphics card or a CPU. I ain't no Linus Tech Tips, guys. I literally just build the computer and go, oh, okay, cool, it works. We're done. GPU, that's fair. No. The admins delayed the game because they borked the TFAR server on TeamSpeak, specifically the channel, so they had to spend a few minutes fixing it, and now it should be fine, I think. All right, otherwise, round has officially begun. You're going to start seeing Op4 charging out here. Hey, Sniper, how you doing? It's like a 3090? Nice. Liru Tech Tips. I'm not really a tech person, and I'm going to be honest, especially with YouTube these days, there's always someone out there that can do it much better than you. And the only reason I still Zeus these days is there's very few people out there that are better than me. And I actively try to seek those people out and learn from them because I like to perfect my craft, but you know. They do move in herds. So a lot of them have a kind of... Are you building a fucking wedge formation? Are you actually trying to build a wedge before you move out? Or are you trying to, like, section off your movements here so you don't all move in a single blob? Like, I get why you do that from a tactical perspective, but you can just layer the guys on different flanks here and keep them moving to the objective, because all this is doing is deliberately slowing you down. If you get to the position early, great. Just hold outside of it until you're ordered to move in. But I also feel like that was an order from a command level element or something. But like I said, we're going to see Milsim tactics. And I'm not going to agree with them 100%. Pepega Pirates apparently chases, clips, and kills. And that's why you didn't get invited. Yeah, isn't that just a load of bullshit? I'm going to be honest. I think only Scandi Recon would have gotten in because... some of their former members were admins or are currently admins. And I don't mean to shit talk the process, but again, we'll see how this goes. I know there's a lot of pissed off people about it, and I'm trying to keep an open mind, but when I see who got let in and who didn't, I'm like, there's definitely some bias going on here, kiddos. I know, and then chasing kills, I find that really funny because this is a PvP event, so what are you supposed to do? And then we watched Pepega literally in the 3rd round of EU perform such an amazing fucking maneuver where they timed the destruction of 2 of the 3 caches so they can then get a perfect ambush on the 3rd cache, yet they're the ones that are quote-unquote chasing clips and kills when they executed something perfectly like that. That's what pisses me off. Is I literally watch you guys play. I know who chases kills. I know who doesn't play objectives, and I bitch about it every single time. But there is a reason I say Scandy and Pepega are the best communities. Not because they're just good PvPers. Scandy has superior tactics, and Pepega knows how to lock down a fucking zone. Holy fuck, if you have ever seen a Pepega Pirates defense on a final zone, they don't always win, but my god do they always come out of it with a 2-to-1 kill ratio. They do amazing work, and now they're being thrown the fucking boot here, and that's what pisses me off about this. The sheer fucking bias of it all. And I'm gonna get yelled at for speaking my mind about this, but gonna be honest. Gonna be fucking honest here. Alright, so it looks like Op4 is doing what I predicted. They're gonna be doing a line attack, or they're gonna bypass all of this entirely and attack it from a different side, which there's no fucking point to do, in all honesty. Maybe to come in from the west here, so it's on even footing, and then take the objectives in a reverse order, so you don't go slightly uphill, but the amount of time it's going to take for you to maneuver that, and possibly risk getting caught out of position in the maneuver and engaged outside of the sectors anyway, I don't think would be worth the risk. I think you just want to set your guys up in a line formation, push your guys up the forest, put your guys up the ridge to support, because doing a massive infantry maneuver like that, after a while, will get predictable, and Blue 4, realizing that they're not being attacked from the south, will start switching eyes north, because if the command is worth a damn, he'll be timing it, which is questionable here, because I don't know how Fresno is going to handle this. And again, I'm not questioning his ability. It's just we simply have a new commander. That's it. I don't know how he's going to go.
No.
So killing in a PvP match is bad. Yeah, I ain't going to say anything else. Forge, thanks for the 15-month resub at Tier 3. You haven't texted me in a bit, buddy. Hope you're okay. Let me know when you want to play some more Core Keeper. But I will be rather busy over the next few days. And again, I'm hoping to God that this is interesting, you know? And I think it is, based off of what we're seeing. We're having Op4 coming around. It looks like they're setting up to do that attack. We've got some elements holding position here. We're going to just see a nice standard clean sweep, which is the exact way you'd want to play an objective like this. We just have to see how Blue 4 counters it with some of their reconnaissance here. But you also have to understand, in an infantry-only fight, reconnaissance elements, especially for the defense like this, where they just patrol around and find stuff, is really, really important. But it also confuses me because stuff like this has been often regarded as lone wolfing in the past by FNF staff, depending on who does it. So that's why I just kind of disregard the rules sometimes, because it's wishy-washy. But I do appreciate they got their AT stick out. We see a GL fired. Okay, it went a little wide there, but now these guys are going to start engaging. You're hearing those SKSs fire. Wow! Did you see that? The dude literally caught it with his face! Ho-ho! So they're immediately going to pull out after realizing that that's the whole group down there. Oh man, and Ghost Wolf, thanks for giving Kid Care a sub as well. I hope you keep enjoying the operation. And I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. And yeah, Cole, I'm not going to bring that up, but yeah, like I said, it depends who does it. Alright, they're going to take a knee. I'm going to quickly write that timestamp down, because that was a great AT shot to some dude's face. You got to remember, those AT sticks aren't designed to engage infantry, but my god, if you hit someone with it, it will kill them. And then you got Mountain over here by himself. What? If this was Falcon, Falcon would have literally been kicked from the server. I'm saying it right now. But, yeah. Yeah. On the topic at hand. But I also love that he's literally, like, crouched here. This is amazing. This is actually amazing. Are you... Okay, gets one. Miller comes up. Mountain's now flanking around. Hey, it's that camouflage, man. Mountain, you forgot to reload, didn't you? You know, the scary thing is he might actually get away with this if he runs around in that direction. And now he's not, because Warwick's about to get him. Mountain taking at least 4 or 5 shots there. 3 more shots. How are you alive? What? That's another 2! You know what the ironic thing is? The mission statement of making all these changes was so they could avoid things like this, and literally the first round, the first fucking round of the night of the new branch, there's 2 lone wolf incidents. Ah, man, it's gonna give me so much shit for this, but oh my god. The fucking irony, alright. I'm gonna stop being negative about it. I'm gonna stop beating a dead horse. I just find it really funny that they do all of this with the claim of this is why they're doing it, and then it happens anyway, like first 10 minutes of the round. And I'm gonna be really curious to see how they moderate it, or if they just sweep it under the rug and just prove that they were trying to get rid of all the really good players. But anyway, guys, tomorrow we'll be covering an AFI Arma Finland PvP event. OFCRA will be covering the bonus rounds occasionally, and starting this month, we'll be doing some VTOL VR, in case FNF kicks me, because I'm being honest. Actually, the worst they would do is to remove me from the NA branch. Not the EU, though, because I'm friends with their head honcho, so... And he appreciates my brutal honesty. It's advanced recon. Yeah, we used that argument in the past and it didn't work, but again, we'll see how things go. Greens from Finland? Righto, Lcpl. Hope I pronounced that right, and if I didn't, I apologize. Now, look at this. Massive encirclement you're starting to see OpForce set up here. Now, here's the fear. If they overextend, I think Alpha is going to fold in on this. You might see Delta move forward so they don't encompass on where Alpha's going here. But you're going to see a really nasty encirclement right here as Delta pushes ahead and probably goes for this sector, if not bypassing to here. But you're really seeing that number advantage right now, playing in OpForce's favor. But you need to see Alpha start stepping up and engaging here. Otherwise, these lower groups are going to get torn the fuck apart. Coleman Erica will be announced later tonight, if not tomorrow morning. Zin, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know, because I've seen that happen before as well, and I've seen people get in trouble for it and people not get in trouble for it, so you know how it is. It's wind bomb in English. Gotcha. I will do my best to remember that, buddy. So I do see a lot of smoking here. But again, they gotta let Alpha come around. These guys are gonna get stopped right here. I'm a little concerned about the battle plan right now, but it looks like Alpha's starting to turn and engage. Delta's gonna keep going on. They're gonna assault the flank of this and pin these guys down, which are gonna allow these guys to push in. Got a Bravo 1 element coming around as well. So it's a full encirclement of that objective, and then they're gonna keep pushing. That I am happy to see, that level of tactics here and that level of coordination. My one issue, though, is we saw this in EU1, and the attackers completely dropped the ball and only put in 1 or 2 groups at a time. Here, though, it looks like it's being done proper. So now when these guys turn and engage Alpha, you should see these 3 elements then push in and engage. And Windbomb, thanks for the 5 gift subs. If you got a sub from Windbomb, make sure you thank him. Otherwise, I hope you all keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Oh! God, I love the random timing. Happy September, everyone. Happy September.
Send in Go Team 6 now. Send in Go Team 6 now.
All right. Oh, Zuki getting a direct hit on frickin' Warwick there. Now this is what I was hoping we'd see. Some sheer freaking PvP here. Some great tactics for Op4. We just need to see Charlie now push in. But it looks like they're trying to reposition, maybe to get up on the high ground and push in through the forest here. But Alpha already making this push. A little risky because they're doing it unsupported at this point. But they're winning. And at the end of the day, you can do something as risky as you freaking want, but if you're winning, it doesn't fucking matter, does it? Letting things play out right now. As I predicted, Delta's going to continue to push ahead and put pressure on any remaining Blue 4 elements to prevent QRF from coming in, as well as cut off any escape elements so they can cut off and engage whatever's here. Sam getting taken out by Layden there. We'll see if there's a double tap. Oh, the weapons are floating, dude. Double tap. There we go. Head. Hit him in the head. He can still wake up if you hit him in the chest, Layden. Because PvP is weird. All right, Saddam doing his best to hold here. We were doing Daisy earlier. And the sound bites are going to stay up, don't you worry. Oh, that was a headshot. And there's Sam. See, I told you he'd be back. What are you doing? What? What the hell was that? That's why you double tap to the face. That is always why you double tap to the face. Good time, Saddam getting a great grenade throw and blows Ghost up. I think he was the only guy on the multi. So if you saw the multi and saw him blow up, ouch. Even Shy getting in a one-on-one right here. Shy trying to maneuver away. And now it's just up to Good Time Saddam, who was trying to use his handgun. And he, yeah. Didn't really work out there, Chief. I will be honest, handguns suck in Friday Night Fights. You have to get a headshot. Even then, it won't always register. So Azuki is saying, screw it. He's going to go to another sector. That's going to concede this position as Charlie now comes in to back it up. And you're going to see a line formation of attacks here. Alpha and Charlie are going to regroup and push up on this flank. The remnants of Bravo 1 are probably going to continue up the right side. Only 2 guys. But Delta is going to start folding in and potentially harassing the remaining position as the forward element, which is a little risky because they might be overextending. But if the numbers keep going, they should be okay. I think the one Blue 4 guy over there just got killed. Really, these guys are just putting pressure on a flank here as the main force continues to sweep through. I don't really see how Blue 4 can bounce back here. Looking at the casualty counts, I mean, yeah, Blue 4 is down to about half of their, a little over half of their force at this time. Op 4, meanwhile, still at a pretty full page, but I'm going to be honest. Look at Blue 4's number here starting off, and now look at Op 4's. They had that is a lot more than 6% or 8% numbers advantage-wise. No wonder they're overpowering this. Good God. All right, so we're seeing some more pot shots going off here. Blue 4 have completely abandoned the second zone. They're going to hold an all eggs in one basket defense on the final area. I don't think they have the numbers for it, though. I mean, you're going to see a slight flank here by 4 elements of Delta, but if Op4 quickly reforms and pushes, they'll be fine. I see the hydrate. So, again, if someone can run the mission command for me real quick in chat, I can show you what the official number advantage is supposed to be. They have about 90 people on right now. So, a 6% or 8% numbers advantage. It's just an 8%. Okay, so let's do this mathematically here. So if I open my calculator, half of 90 is 45. So 45 times 1.08 would be 48. So it would be a 48 to 48 to 42 would get you 90. Also, the explosives did not kill the cache. That's interesting. So that would be like a 6-man difference, give or take, for 90 players. And this is much more than a 6-man difference. That's like double that. So, I don't know. I don't know why they balance it that way. Maybe, I guess, to keep communities together, because if they're focusing on community invites instead of individual player invites, you have to always give that number advantage on the attacking faction, but that's a pretty tough one. Mike getting killed off there. Chow getting killed off. Grenade's gonna blow Mike up. And that 4-man team's gonna keep going. Smoke's going off, some GL's hitting as Bayant runs away. Bayant on -1 kills, which means he's friendly fired. Oh, good God. 48 to 42 is a 12%, is a 14% advantage, which is even higher than what I gave. So it should be like 46, 47. It's a 43 or 44. So this is at least like a 20% number advantage. Oh my God. So now you're seeing Op4 starting to make this formation here and push up. And there's just not enough Blue 4 here. Oh, man. So we see some GLs going out here. Oh, so Mountain, here's the thing, though. You know, he just said, Lone Wolfing is only a thing if you're not staffed. Oh! Oh! That's funny as hell. And yeah, I've noticed the guns have been not really that effective. Because Mountain, I already said this, if you were Falcon, you would have been literally banned off the server at the end of this round. Because they've done that to him, and only him. But that was in a situation where he was with someone, which 2 other people were, but I digress. So a lot of openness over here. I do appreciate how they're trying to climb on some of these rocks, though, to get different vantage points to cover, though. Alright, there's the second cache being destroyed. Now I'm a little worried about Blue 4 here, because this flanking force has already cut through quite a few people. And you just have this massive amount of infantry on that side. I'll give you my honest opinion if you ask about it. Better to tell you how it is than, you know, be a little fucking liar about it. And Mountain, you're incredibly right, but I can't, God, the NA staff are probably going to ban me from this event, but I don't care at this point. The only concession I had to make was I couldn't openly shit-talk anybody playing actively on the ground, and I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. Because I know some of you don't like certain players, and that's fine, but I'll abide to that. I do appreciate this extended firefight, though. Look at this. You're going to start seeing a smoke charge by Alpha and Charlie for Op4 here as they move up to reinforce Delta, who's already up here. That's a great call. That grenade you just threw up there, D1? Not a great call. You just hurt yourself there, buddy. It's okay, Morgan. Now you know. Don't throw grenades uphill. Otherwise, you'll hurt yourself. I was about to say, that better not land in his face, because then one of your teammates actually blew you up, and I'd laugh even harder. Now, granted, when we have a bird's eye view, can watch everything in real time and we see someone do something silly or stupid, yeah, it is funny, but in the heat of the moment, guys, I mean, I've bad fragged before. Everyone in Arma has bad fragged before, and if they say they haven't, they will one day. But you gotta remember, this is a video game. We're just having fun here. And we need to see Poe and his friends get up to this perimeter wall and throw grenades. Cache itself is tucked away in that open cargo crate. Yeah, I mean, Red 4 had a very significant numbers advantage that I didn't necessarily highlight, but I know to highlight now going ahead. Oh my god. It's a Christmas party over here with all that damn smoke. Whew. Fair Devour. Hold up, let's get a little close here. Did he just throw a satchel? He threw a fucking satchel! Oh! Oh, that's funny. And now he's going Rambo here. Triple kill! Holy fuck, Montgomery! The dude just cleaned house. Oh, this man's in trouble. How many bullets does it take to murder a man? Good God. They're even freaking following up with a handgun. Oh. This is just a massacre. Again, I mean, it's Chinese, so I guess it makes sense just to utilize the damn number advantage and go ham. Blue 4's down to, like, what? 6? 7? 3, 4, 5? Yes, 7. Jesus. Titty fucking Christ. So, Op4 have SKSs with 30-round AK mags chambered. And Blue 4 have M14s with 20 rounds. There's the grenade kill I was looking for. I'm literally watching people mag dumping each other. I guess the weapons are just a little underpowered then, because I've seen people have to mag dump in PvP FNF before, but this is a little extreme. Oh my god, that full auto Mark 14. Fred on 7 kills on the defense side. Holy crap. I mean, Op4, they're down to quite a few remaining. You see the skull counts on both sides. It's just not enough.
6.
Ghost will give him Mountain a sub. Nice. Azuki, you got told to patrol around the safe zone? You're kidding. That's amazing. That's amazing, buddy. But Ghost, well, thanks for giving Mountain a sub. I always hope you both keep enjoying the operations. That would get a nice kick out of this scenario. Alright, final cache has been found. You're going to see that mag dump. That's GG. Gotta give it to Fred on the 7 kills. Gotta give it to Steve! You survived! But again, I think Op4 had way too big of a number advantage here personally, but that's fine. There it is. Alright, round 1 gone. Azuki, aren't you supposed to not be on yelling? I don't want you to actually get in trouble, but that's okay. There we go. First round done. Not a bad round tactics-wise. I found it really ironic that people lone wolfed.